don't know where I'm going right now. I have taken a wrong turn. Why are you sweeping water? What the hell? I gotta get out of here. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna go. Cause it didn't say I cannot go, so I'm going, bitches. Something I wanted to cover today. Okay, a lot of you guys watching my videos, and I've seen you guys comment and stuff that you guys are new riders, or you guys are going to be picking up bikes or everything this actual springtime coming up. And you're asking me what types of bikes are good for that. Well, is the SV actually good for that? Because a lot of people look at the SV 650 as a starter bike. And you know, I've always kind of been under the kind of get a 250, you know, get one of the new 300s that are out there right now as your first starter bike, because you want something that's like real light and everything, and you know, gonna be easy to control the power on and all that other kind of stuff. But now the more that I think about it, the bike's got to fit the rider, right? That's one thing I really think is true. So for me, it doesn't freaking matter, because I'm not a huge guy. I only weigh like 140 pounds. So for me, if I'm sitting on a 250 or a 300, it's going to feel pretty damn good to me. You know, I'm not going to have a problem with acceleration or anything on there like that. And once I jump on this guy, the 650, it feels like, you know, like I got more power than I'm going to need for a city bike. But I understand there are other people out there that are bigger than I am. You know, if you're around like the 230 range and more, and you're over like 6 feet tall, like you might not be comfortable on a bike that's a 250 or a 300, because those guys are real small. I mean, for real, they are very small bikes. They're very narrow. They're very short. Even though they look a lot like bigger bikes now, you go on there and sit on one, and you sit on something like this or any other like mid-sized bike, and you're gonna feel the difference in size tremendously. Fucking ruts in the road. Hate those damn things. So your legs, depending on, I mean, even if you are like 6'4" Honda, he was fine on his CBR 250, he said. He may be one of those people, like he's 6'4", but he may be one of those people that are 6'4" and have like a short inseam, you know, like a 30 or 32 inch inseam, and he might be all fucking torso. And other people are all legs and smaller torsos, so it really depends. I mean, I can't imagine being 6'4" and being on one of those bikes, because your knees are going to be like real up high, and you're going to be real leaned over on it because of that, and fitting on a smaller bike. But maybe it seemed like it worked out for him. So you guys got to go out there and just sit on a bunch of different bikes to find out which one is good for you. But what I was getting back to is that the 650, but what I'm getting at here, guys, is that the 650, if you're a bigger guy, can be a good option for you. You know, it'll get you around. It's pretty damn torquey. That's the main thing. It's a good city bike. It's torquey as hell. Shit's cheap, and it's quick enough to keep you entertained for quite a while. I mean, even though I went to the IMS, it's like I can't give up the torque. You know, a lot of people are like, well, you got to get a 600 or whatever, and I'm not going to say that I won't get something like a 600 Super Sport or whatever in the future. I've had one in the past, but it was back in the 90s CBR F3. But something that I do not want to give up on is the torque, the instant torque, right? So that leads me down the route of leader bikes. People say on the street there's no use for a leader bike. Yes, there is a use for a damn leader bike. Just like if you are a car guy, there is a use for a freaking big ass like LS or LT motor from a vet or something like that. Like, yeah, there's a use for that. Or faster sports cars. It's fun actually accelerating to where you need to and having torque. Torque feels good, man. It just feels like power. Horsepower gets you going faster, but torque is what gets you off the line. It's really hard to explain. You may need some really hard-ass like math, physics type shit for someone to actually explain torque. And I'm not gonna do that for you guys. But it's the push in the back of your ass. It's what Redpin calls that grunt in the cunt feeling. That's what torque is. So if you're a bigger guy and you want something more than a 250 or a 300, an SV650 is perfectly fine. If you're smaller, I always recommend, you know, a 250 or a 300 is because it's lighter, it's easier for you to actually control. Because again, it has all about to do with your actual physical size. So do whatever you guys want to do. I'm just giving you guys a little bit of tips on it. But the one big thing I want to tip you guys off of is making sure that first bike that you get is cheap and it's going to fit your riding environment. Like me, fuck man, I can't get away from traffic. I can't lane split. There ain't no reason for me to get a 600, period. Because I'll never get going on it. There ain't nowhere for me to actually go. Like, it's just this. It's just a bunch of this shit, and hopefully my environment will be changing soon. But so far, this does not seem like it's going to for a little bit. But when I picked out this bike, I knew what kind of, you know, bullshit that I was going to be putting up with. I needed a city bike with some power, daily usability, cheap parts, shit that people won't steal, because people will steal your sport bike. People ain't gonna steal this shit because it's like fucking just looks like a regular fucking motorcycle. And to be completely honest, it ain't worth that much. So if I lose it, I lose it, and that's it, man. I ain't gotta worry about shit. So don't be going out there and getting a brand new, you know, $10,000 super sport bike. Get yourself a used bike. And even if you are getting a 300 or whatever, get yourself a used one. Because when you grow out of it, if you grow out of it, depending on the type of rider that you're going to be, you know, you don't want to take that depreciation hit. You're going to want to sell that son of a bitch for about the same exact money that you bought it for, and it's really, really easy to do, because around this time is when people are starting to shop for bikes like this, like the 300s, like the 250s, and again, the 300s have come a long-ass way, dude. They've come a long-ass way. It's no longer just like the 250s and 300s. It ain't just the Ninja 250 boxy, like, kind of shitty-looking thing anymore. You got lots of options out there now, with the Ninja 300, with the Yamaha R3, which is really like a 340 or something like that. Again, if you're a bigger guy, you don't want to go for there's 650s out there that you can get. That dude almost just ran into the back of me. And I was looking in the back of my mirror and I was looking at him, dude. He just slammed on his brakes. He almost just took me out, if you guys didn't see that at all. C'est la vie, but Jesus fucking Christ, man. And that's what you gotta deal with when you're actually riding. Running into the back of you. What the fuck? Now I can't even get back to what I was saying. Oh yeah, I was talking about getting you on a fucking motorcycle and the type of bikes that you want to get. But shit like that, you kind of, it sucks that people almost run into the back of you or people cut in front of you, but it's just one of those things that you gotta look out for. And that's all, man. That's all it is. You can't really prevent it, so. But be careful out there. Pick out the bike that's best for you. Go sit on a bunch of them. And I was saying, what was it? There's 500s out there too that you can actually get. They're pretty good. And they'll do you a real well on the road. So that's my video, guys. Sorry if I ramble a little bit. I was a little bit distracted. Go ahead and leave me any questions that you got below on actual starter bikes. I don't know, did I mention the Subaru 500s? Who knows? Like, subscribe, comment, whatever you want to do. Hate my videos. But I will talk to you guys later. So until next time, peace.